Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who was inspired to start his YouTube channel, I'm certain, by his wife, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, who has been with us for now, I can finally say, about a year, I believe, right? So Chris's Creation Fun has an interesting channel and actually renamed the channel not too long ago so that he could expand the content. He started with 3D printing and has gotten into some do-it-yourself videos, including repairing the 3D printer and then working on solar equipment as well. He's got a brand new video I haven't seen yet from yesterday. I'm going to put that into a special playlist that I use called Catch Up. That's so that I can keep caught up with creators or get caught up when I need to. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Chris's Creation Fun has already brought us a few shorts videos, and one of them's well over 300 views, actually halfway to 400. He's at 93 subscribers right now, very close to that magical 100, which we know is an exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so we'd love to push him a little bit closer. We'll look at his wife's channel in another moment, but Chris's Creation Fun and his wife Tiffany from Canadian Family Life have both been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here for about that long. I was so confused actually about their support in the early days when they were coming into Tuber Chat just under a year ago, let's say, that I was already confused that they'd been with us for so much longer than they actually had because of the support that they give us both here and everywhere else that I see them both now supporting other creators, if that makes sense. I've got quite a few names on the wheel for today. Scratch and Pete PA, of course, with Michael's Adventures are in the top positions. They are two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is now 7 years long. Just Jason Keto and more, who I met up with for the second time last night, along with Jennifer Ocean Homestead, are both on the wheel. Pamski's Crafty Heart, I believe that's Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook with a new name for a channel that has been incredibly supportive here as well. Rushing Wind Mountain and Cruising on the High Seas and Travel are both on the wheel. Reed's Blissful Connections of Butler Family Farm were both recipients of giveaways in our 700th episode last week, and your packages are right beside me there. I intend on printing my labels and taking them to the post office in the morning, and then I'll send everybody their tracking as soon as I've got it. Backyard Trucker is on the wheel as well. Ron's Keto Cafe is here also. I've got them on the wheel, and when we look through the list, I see we've got quite an overwhelmingly busy beginning, so thank you everyone. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network's been with us a long time. Bella's Whisper Farmstead has only been with us a few months, but is here for just about every single stream. Big Family Expedition is fairly new. Cali King 916 been with us a long time. Creative Beauty Butterfly is somebody I've been catching often lately, live streaming. I just caught her yesterday again. Destination Fun is a longtime friend now as well. Gielman, good to see you in the house again. KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs, good to see you here. Lower Michigan Adventures, as well as M&J, good to have you back. And Matthew's Bushcraft, we looked at for the first time the other day. Fairbrick Studios with us almost every stream. Super Rainbow Queen's a longtime friend. Tamika Davis is an incredibly supportive creator. I see them out supporting others all the time. The Gaming Midnight Sun has been with us a long time. And the Stock Explorer, Nora, is here as a member and a moderator, so I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And again, on the screen right now, we're looking at Chris's Creation Fun. I feature a different channel at the beginning of every live stream, and that's so that you literally have the ability to meet generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. So Chris's Creation Fun is a supportive creator that came to us through his wife's channel, Canadian Family Life, who is also in the chat right now. And they're from New Brunswick, Canadian family. Oh, there's Chris right there. Suggested right away is Chris on the thumbnail. Canadian family life is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. As a matter of fact, they're one of the first 2 channels that we know of to be monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. But they had long passed their 1,000 subscribers. They continue to grow rapidly. I believe the biggest reason is because of the support that they give to other creators. And then when we look at Canadian family life, I see a brand new video from today. So I'm going to take this one and put it into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They tell us on their banner that they're going to bring us cooking, daily life, family fun, and gardening. I find a lot of grocery hauls here, a lot of shout-outs for other creators, occasional live streams, usually, pardon me, about a month, once a month or so. And I will look at those in a moment. First, we'll focus on the shorts. And we see that Canadian Family Life is bringing us quite a few shorts now. And I remember when they had started, and one of their shorts videos we were watching grow up until about 2,000 views. And they've long surpassed that now. They've got 3 of them at 2,500, one at 5,500, which is great to see. And then live streams, like I said, about once a month. I was lucky to actually catch them for the last one. And Canadian Family Life, another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter with her husband, Chris's Creation Fun. Now, both of their channels have been featured on Superchat at least once. And there's a lot of family togetherness here as well. One of the things I talked about lately was the trailer that they did for the channel. Here it is right here. Canadian Family Life did a great introduction because they got the whole family involved in that. But Tiffany is an incredibly supportive creator, like I said, here just about every single day. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Now, one of the things that I talk about often, but maybe not often enough, is the idea that when your channel starts to grow, and as you follow more and more different creators, not just, people subscribing to your channel. That's a natural occurrence when we're growing organically. But as you follow more and more creators, it becomes almost impossible to support everybody as much as we all might like, right? It gets harder and harder. Some of the friends you saw every day in your first couple of weeks or months, now, you start to see 2-3 times a week, eventually once a week, twice a month, once every couple of months, and it continues. Just like friendships in real life. I'm sure everybody here has got somebody in their life that they have not seen or spoken to as much as they would like, but if you get a chance to see them or speak to them, it feels like yesterday, even though some time has passed. The same thing happens here in YouTube. And for those of us who are, taking our YouTube channels extremely seriously and want to grow and want to find some level of success, it's wonderful to know that we're going to have friends all the way along that will still come by to congratulate us when we have milestones and wins and, different types of success that we're looking for, if that makes sense. So, one of the things that can happen is you set up a schedule for your channel, and for most channels, it's recommended to have perfect consistency. If you can pick a day and a time that works well for you, your personal schedule, your channel, and your audience, that is the fastest way to start having really vibrant chats in your premieres and live streams. Superchat from the very beginning has always mixed up the days and times because this is a different kind of channel. I like to call it utilitarian. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but I'm sure we all understand we're all here to meet each other. The content on this channel is very, very different. I'm just here to talk about channels while everybody's connecting with each other in the chat. There are lots of other friends that are live. I believe Lisa J. Stocks I just saw was live, and we know Mike and Rihanna's Adventures goes live at this time every single week. Now, I mix up the days and times based on either my own schedule, my full-time work, my other part-time obligations, and things like that, as well as trying to meet different creators so that we continue to always have new people here in the Tuber Chat family, which we do, and I'm sure we're all thankful for. But A lot of our friends are also doing the same thing that you see me doing in the background here. I forgot to set my windows back there, but I've got like 4 strips, usually running playlists. Pardon me while I do that. And a lot of people, what I say by strips is, I mean squishing the windows together. You can see that like our wheel is in one strip of a window. I've got YouTube in another strip here now. If I wanted to, I could drag another one over. And for most people on at least a Windows or Mac computer, you can move about 4 screens together like that, right? Lots of us do that. Some people even more with extra devices. So they're watching 2 live streams, premieres, playlists, all kinds of stuff at the same time. This is how a lot of us are able to get through so much content and learn so much about our friends' channels. But it's almost unavoidable over a long period of time to never be able to, to avoid always not crashing into each other's time slots, if you want to put it that way. So it's a thought. But there are other streams running right now. Like I said, I think I saw Lisa J. Stocks, but we know Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are on right now. I haven't done a Sunday stream at this time in a very long time. Next week we expect to be on Saturday. The next time we're on Sunday, I'll probably move it again, either earlier or later, but we do that kind of thing all the time. So, hopefully everybody will check out the other channels that are live if you can at the same time. People are coming in and out of Superchat all the time. But as well, I don't want anybody getting too hung up on the idea of these time slots and everything else, because I promise you, when the day comes that you have 3,000 subscribers and beyond, it's going to be impossible to avoid everybody. That's basically a guarantee. Now, thank you, everybody, for coming in. Forgive me for the channels that I've missed while I have been in story mode here. Let me catch up in a quick second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So I put this screen back just to show you when we look at Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook. She's renamed her channel now to Pamski's Crafty Heart. Now you notice when I go back to the search results, it comes up like this. So when we rename our channels, it's been a while since I've really taken notice of how long it's taking to have the algorithm really settle. But you could find a little bit of crisscross like this for up to a couple of weeks. I think it's much shorter of a timeline now, if that makes sense, because Google and YouTube have servers all over the planet, and as much as we think everything should work instantly, there are some things that get priority, like our live chats are happening in real time, so the servers have to catch up with other things. That's my imagination, not saying I'm right, but these are ideas. Now, Pamski's Crafty Heart will likely show up in the search results in a lot sooner than 2 weeks, but we'll keep an eye on the channel and see how that goes. Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, was live right before we came on. That was actually a surprise for me, and forgive me, Jesse Miller, if you said you were going to be live, I had forgotten already, but I just happened to be clicking through different people's lives and things like that. I caught her on. She was on for an hour or so. I see Home Bartending with John is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. They're another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We'll talk about Pam's content here in a quick second. Wheats Art, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Express Baskets and Treats. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Alex and Alex, Wander and Kletter and I thought I was going to get it this time. I'm sorry. Alex and Alex, Wander and... Pardon. I want to get it. Alex and Alex, Wander and Kletterstige. I will get that. It doesn't roll off the tongue as easily as I might wish, but I will get that. I actually find that the longer names on YouTube over my YouTube journey are the easier ones to remember. But I try to catch everybody and pronounce their channel names correctly. So for anybody in the chat, if I'm not mentioning your channel in the way that you wish that I would, then don't be shy to give me a quick nudge and let me know. I always want to promote everybody the way they want to be promoted. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Only Alex and Alex. Just say Alex and Alex, and that'll probably cover it. But thank you, because they've been with us a few times now, quite a few times. And there you go, yeah, Ron's Keto Cafe has 6 browsers open and running. We were actually, I was lucky enough to meet up with a few creators last night. And you know, when you're with a group of people, it's not that people are talking about people behind their backs. It's just that they're saying, like, oh, we've got supportive people. And, you know, like anything else, like if you're with your family, you might be talking about another cousin or a nephew or a niece or a grandmother or something like that if they're not in the room, that kind of thing. And it was funny because I was together with Just Jason Keto and More, Rambling with the Brooms, and Brampton Gardener last night. We all went out for dinner in Toronto, and that was really, really cool. We had a great time, and we were at it for a few hours, but one of the things we were talking about was how Scratch and PPA in particular is so unbelievably supportive. And I say, I imagine him with a computer that's got 2 screens. I have 2 screens, but I'm usually working on one. I got 4 strips running on another one over there. And I imagine him with at least 2 screens, 8 screens running, because we don't know. We don't know how he's able to do it, being everywhere all the time. Stock Explorer is very supportive. The Bud files are very supportive. We have a lot of supportive creators in the house, but you know that I often say that. We wonder how they seem to be everywhere all the time. And it continues over such a long period of time as well, if that makes sense. Ace Flaw One, yes, I've got you on the wheel. The Bud files are there. And Simply Vigo, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I know they were with Jesse Miller just a few minutes ago. And then thank you, everyone. So forgive me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Pamski's Crafty Heart is Pam's Cozy Crochet Nook. She just changed the name a little bit. This is somebody who is a self-taught crocheter and a lefty. At that, you know, we all know my parents are both left-handed. I happen to be right-handed, but they used to point out to me how, like, most of the things in the world are made for right-handed people. You know, you have trouble with things like scissors, and even I'm trying to think of which drink it is. One of those, like, water bottles or Gatorades or something has it's almost like you could put your fingers right in the grooves on the bottle, and I'm like, well, that's made for right-handed people, obviously, which is great for me, but for our lefty friends, we know that that's something different. Now, I don't know what that means when it comes to crocheting, if they've got an equal number of left-handed tools that are able to be used for that, but I rely on our friends like Pamski's Crafty Heart here to teach us about those kind of things. Now, they let us know they make baby blankets, scarves, shawls, and a few other things. They donate often, most or a lot of what they make, which is great to see. And, you know, a lot of times we think about donating money, but sometimes if you're talented and able to create things that are of value to people, the value of the things that you create can be much more valuable than the dollars themselves. That's just opinion, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Pamski's Crafty Heart has got some shorts here that have now crossed over 1,000 views. She's got one that's going to have 1,000 any minute. If 2 people want to go and watch this shorts video for her, I don't watch videos while I'm on the screen, but if 2 people want to watch that shorts video for her, she'll get 1,000 views right now. She's got another one at 1,100, one at 4,300, and live streams. So she's live frequently. She'll be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, a few days later, and the day after that on Friday, so Thursday and Friday. And hopefully everybody will catch her for those. We always set notifications for everything that we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. Yes, left-handed people are always in their right minds. Makes sense. Pamski's Crafty Heart, yes. And Keisha H., good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scratch and PPA, look at that. It's rare that he comes up so quickly in the streams, but he's always in the pole position on the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Plush Rush Inc., good to see you back in the house. They're left-handed as well. Okay, who? let's see what the. Let's do another silly poll that has nothing to do with anything. How do you say this? I know we could say which hand is your dominant, but it sounds a little weird. So forgive the ridiculousness of that question, but we'll see if everybody wants to answer that poll just for fun. That's the one silly thing I like to do in Tuber Chat is run these little polls that usually have nothing to do with YouTube, so that we can have some fun in the chat as well. Jevin Richardson, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Glorious Platter, my dear friend, is here. Lori's Tech Time is in the house. Now, Lori's Tech Time is somebody who came to mind just today. I'm sure Scratch and Pete PA won't mind. I'm going to come back to his channel in a second. I just want to show you something. When I do my community posts on Tuber Chat, I share every 2 hours, and they're mixed between members, between Super Chatters, between moderators, supporters of all kinds, right? We have to remember not everybody has things like memberships and Super Chats and things like that available to them for a myriad of reasons. But you'll see that during the waking hours, usually I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I usually share from 6 a.m. to midnight in the Eastern time zones. I just let them roll for the night, let's say. But you'll see that I do them in advance. And I think I just put Lori's Tech Time ready to go. Here it is. So Lori's Tech Time has 3 channels now. And so when I say Lori's Tech Time came to mind, just because I was doing this about an hour before Tuber Chat started, actually, or a couple hours ago, getting these ready to go. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. she'll have a video go out. Scratch and Pete PA, of course, has already said he sets up his premieres on Saturday. I can get that ready. And, you know, I sit there and I wonder to myself, what is the best idea for each creator? If I'm going to share for somebody who's got more than one channel, will they want me to share a video for their new channel to try to get it some traffic? Or is it better that I share the channel that is performing better, their original channel in most cases, and then leave it to them to cross-promote? So that's what I end up usually doing. But it's interesting because for Lori's Tech Time, I'm sharing a Battle Cats video, a very popular one. And she started an entire channel based on the success she's finding with that video game. The Crochet Queen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat again. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to everyone. Now, Scratch and Pete PA we talk about as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. He is now well over 2,000 subscribers, and like I said, he premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He sets those up a few days in advance so that we can get our reminder and get notified about those. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres, pardon me, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer or VS Speaks Royally or Garden State Gardener. It is very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. As well, his video series features interaction. If you follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do, you will be able to vote on the content of next week's video, where he pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other, and it makes his series unique and fun to be a part of as well. Now, presentation has always been on this creator's mind, at the forefront of their mind. In fact, their bright, bold avatar is matched by the content in their thumbnails, or thumbnails which include content, and then a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series as well. His banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine. We all know what it takes to get that done. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 3.5 years ago. There it is right there. And when we look at Scratch and Pete PA, we're also going to see that he's expanded his content this year. He took a trip to Italy and brought us a lot of vlogging style shorts showing us around different areas that he visited, as well as some Italian lottery scratch tickets that we might not have otherwise seen. He also brought us his first live stream and has let us know that at some point we can expect another pop-up stream from Scratch and PPA. I know a lot of people will be happy to know that he's expanded the content on his channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So the next channel that we're going to look at is another family of creators that I describe as seeming to be everywhere all the time. That's the Bud Files. So we're going to go on a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we will come back and look at that channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Alright, we're back and about to look at the Bud Files, and hopefully everybody is doing okay meeting each other in the chat. especially when we go on those breaks like that. I've got some really exciting content that's going to come up in another month or so, right after the 4-year anniversary of Tuber Chat, which should be, I guess it's not going to be next week, so it's still 2 weeks away. I think I was getting ahead of myself. It's still 2 weeks away. We'll do it in the first week of May, on the first weekend. I'll probably do it on Saturday. I think it's the 4th. I think it's May the 4th, actually. So, as well, I notice Matthew's Bushcraft, right? That's a brand new channel. Let me just double check that I'm getting the name correct. Yes, Matthew's Bushcraft. So all the music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music, and it can be used in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel set up where we have a virtual 24-hour live stream featuring that music. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. There's a video game going. People trickle in and out here and there. And there's a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat, and we do link drops so everybody's able to connect in a similar way to what we do here in Tuber Chat. Angie Reviews, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I might have to get everybody to pardon me just for another quick second. We usually don't do this. We're going to go for another 3.5 minutes. We'll come back. We'll talk about the bud files, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. All right, pardon me for that. We usually don't take 2 breaks in a row like that, but that's okay. We'll do another one in half an hour or so. What we're looking at right now is the bud files. I know another couple of channels have come in. Forgive me for anybody I missed. Let's look at putting Nanny Tam onto the wheel. Oh, Trisha Natural, I got put on the wheel. I said hello, but I didn't put you on the wheel yet. I'll do that right now. And members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and after a long period of time, usually an hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And when we look at the bud files, we see a family of creators that had started as modern day archaeologists, and they bring us to some interesting places, often graveyards, cemeteries, other abandoned locations. Here's one of their newest videos from a couple days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them, and they post usually frequently several times a week, at least a couple times a week, and then as well they have really expanded the content on their channel over the course of the last year. Shorts give a real example of that, where it's pure variety here like most creators, but they've gotten into 5,000 and 15,000 views. And then when we look at live streams, we see a family of creators again who either take us out on adventures or bring us into their home. They could be singing, dancing, playing a game, either online or on a console, or family games like bowling through the house, which I can't help but mention every time I talk about the channel. I'm just going to grab one of your latest live stream replays as well. This one's from a few months ago, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. Now, they're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And approaching 1,900 subscribers. They'll soon be officially on the road to 2,000. If you haven't ever seen one of these shout-out videos, I'd recommend seeing this just so that you get an idea of how supportive the Bud Files are. They do an incredible job of understanding all of the channels that they're connected to. So they did an 1,800 shout-out, and I watched this one and the 1,700 one. I think I saw those as premieres, actually. I could be mistaken. But my goodness, they can just flip through their phone, the list of subscriptions, the list of channels, and they really take the time to get to know the creators behind the channels as well. Hugo Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They are a long time friend. And then, yeah, thank you. The Stock Explorer sent me a message. I wasn't looking at Instagram there for a second. I usually have it open. Native Wildman, good to see you here. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. Thank you for renewing that membership. Forgive me for missing that. I got distracted for a second. I'm at my workplace. Usually on the weekends, there's not anybody here doing anything, but there's a couple people in another office over there. It's not that it's really loud. I think this place does not bad with like insulation and stuff in the walls, but we do get a bit of sound coming through a vent that's over me in the ceiling. I'm sure I'm distracting everybody else as well. I tend to be loud. Butler Family Farm, thank you for a super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. I'm going to get Butler Family Farm up onto the screen for that reason. We always put super chatters on the screen right away as soon as that happens in order, and then we will get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been added. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Design with Emma's here. Not for nothing, Homestead is in the house. And we'll talk about Butler Family Farm in a second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. We'll put that channel up next as well for the same reason. And it looks like my robots don't want to show up today either. Michael's Adventures has reminded me to look after some honey. I was just working on it. I just had like double, way more than 2 tablespoons of honey, just to try to help the voice a little bit. But that's only because last night we were out. We went to a restaurant in Toronto, and because we happen to be downtown, they get into loud music and stuff like that after a little while. When the night starts to move into the like 9, 10, 11 o'clock hours, the music gets a little bit louder. We're screaming across the table at each other. So that's likely what was going on there. We were out for a few hours. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So it looks like all the robots are here. Botrix, Streamlabs, Nightbot, Stream Elements. They're supposed to be helping. So we'll just have to keep an eye on them and see if they're going to do what they're supposed to do. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. And Butler Family Farm is growing rapidly. This is Jerry and Susan. They share the camera work on their channel, and they bring us around a 116-acre property, actually. So they've got bees that will be coming towards the end of the month, and then they have moved from San Diego to Missouri. And they got this 116-acre property. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as some cats and dogs. They bring us in their home. They take us out on the property. They show us what it takes to look after the livestock as well as the property. Jerry sometimes takes us into the shop. He's making different things. These creators are busy all the time, and they head out for a lot of meetups with other creators as well. So we'll meet a lot of other creators through them. Here's a bit of a, I wonder if that's a collaboration garden tour with Gail Southern Living. She's known for setting up a lot of collaborations and things like that. You get an idea when I dig through the thumbnails of the different things that Jerry and Susan are both working on. There's some meetup footage there as well. They get into a lot of that in the live streams where they head out literally hundreds of miles. I finally got a chance. While I was setting up for Tuber Chat today, I ran Just Jason Keto and More's live stream replay from Wednesday night when he was cooking a couple of things in the kitchen with a multicam setup, which was really cool. I was happy that he did well for the first time, because I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody, and when I was getting into a lot of live streaming, boy, did I ever have every problem under the sun. Butler Family Farm as well. I had that replay running while I was working as well. I saw the quilt that Susan was holding up there. And talking about whether you are I'm not sure if it's crocheting or knitting or anything else, the different grips that you have for the tools, which I still have yet to learn about. But it was interesting. These creators were apart, and usually they're together, either on the road or they bring us into their homes. Like I said, they often introduce us to other channels, either in StreamYard panels like this, or they head out to meetups in a lot of different places as well, willing to literally travel to meet up with lots of other creators, lots of familiar faces there. And I joined them on their channel just a few weeks ago for one of their Monday live streams, so they'll be live tomorrow again. And I'll be looking forward to seeing your garden tour video. Puppet Short Films, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Butler Family Farm, thank you for that super chat, by the way. You took over the stream boss position, it looks like. And every super chat and membership, part of me knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. That's the video game life meter under my camera there. Once somebody knocks out the stream boss, they take over and get some extra exposure for a little while. Cruising Koozies, good to see you here. The Wander Lovers are in the house. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is here with us again. And Angie Explores Art was looking for some other crafty channels, I believe. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead also dropped another super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And like I said, we'll put that channel on the screen for that reason, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is up here with 644 subscribers, and this is another creator named Kristen who's here with us for every live stream, I believe since finding us actually just a few months ago. And they are also bringing us farmsteading and homesteading in, pardon me, they said North Central Georgia. I have family in Atlanta now. And then when we look through the videos, we get an idea of a lot of the outdoor content that they're bringing us on this channel. We always get a mix of indoor and outdoor content from our homesteading friends, but I've noticed a few channels that are bringing us a heavier mix of outdoor content lately as well, and we've had an influx of homesteading channels for about 2 years now. KNRP Kim Polton, good to see you in the house. I caught them this morning for a live stream, and Kaiser Gaming YT is our dear friend Chris's Clever Craft with a gaming channel. I'm going to put that onto our wheel right now. I know they got a membership. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead has got some shorts here also. These have now gotten into 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 views and beyond. And then when we look at live streams, that might be an idea for the future. But hopefully everybody will connect with Bella's Whisper Farmstead. And I'm going to grab an extra video. I just want to see this video here. the tiny house Barndo built. I'm fascinated with tiny houses. I really don't know why like that became such a fascination. I think it's I've always enjoyed watching home renovation shows. It's just a lucky piece of coincidence, but for those of you who know who Mike Holmes is, he does a lot of renovation shows, and I just happen to have been working as a DJ at their, I think it was season 3 wrap party. It was completely unexpected, but I met him for a quick second and this and that. But it was interesting just because I'd seen so many home renovation shows. I don't do any renovating, or not very much unless it's work related. But I aspire to, let's just say. But I am fascinated with the things people are able to do with tiny homes, where they're able to make them so comfortable with a smaller space. As I get a little bit older, I find myself leaning towards the minimalist lifestyle, if you want to put it that way. MK Gaming YT, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And just please let me know if that is a channel made by a creator that we already know, or if you happen to be brand new to Tuber Chat for the first time. And if you are, hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description. So thank you one more time, pardon me, Butler Family Farm and Bella's Whisper Farmstead. I've got, oh, there's Jesse Miller's package as well. There's Butler Family Farm, ready to have the label put over it. They were a winner in our episode 700 giveaway last week. And then thank you, MK Gaming YT. Thank you for that. So, let's spin the wheel. Did I spin the wheel, or let's spin the wheel? Yes, let's spin. I'm really dragging it today, for no reason, I guess. We'll start speeding things up. It usually gets faster as the stream goes on, and we expect to be here for another 2 hours. Michael's Adventures. Oh, and then thank you, MK Gaming YT's been here before, so forgive me for that. Yes, I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, but glad to have you back. Michael's Adventures is a very popular name for a channel. Our Michael's Adventures has been with us for beyond 3.5 years now. And this creator's been here since, I think he said, I looked at them again, the old thumbnails. I think we featured Michael's Adventures on episode 34, if I'm right, which means he'd already been here and had great impact on us for a while before that. That's 4 years ago. Michael's Adventures premieres every single day. He's got quite a few for me to set notifications for. I've missed the last couple, but I'm going to put one of these into my catch-up list. I'll put the longer of the two into the catch-up list for now. I usually catch up with my moderators every few weeks or whatever, just run everything I've missed. Now, Michael's Adventures brings a lot of wildlife on his channel and nature. This creator's got over 3,500 videos on his channel, if you can imagine. They've gotten longer over the years. He used to do 3-minute videos, and now he's gotten into, some of them get into an hour, as we can see, 30 minutes. And he sometimes takes us outdoors as well. Lots of ride-alongs. Lately, a few creators are doing this, and then he often walks around the area to give us a look around interesting places and stories to be told. Michael's Adventures as well brings a bit of variety, particularly in the shorts on the channel. These have gotten into some lottery ticket scratching, a few looks outdoors as well, and even a slot game on a tablet over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. Like I said, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator here in Tuber Chat, and one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube. The reason why I mention that is just for you to understand what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this after you connect with them. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So I just had a special section come up on the wheel there that says clear the wheel. So what I'm going to do is we'll go for another 3.5 minute break, a little bit early right now, and we will wipe all of the names off of the wheel. I'll reload it with any members who are here that we have not seen yet, and that will speed things up so that we can get to more channels from the chat. So for our members that are listening and lurking, please just be active in the chat. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream is a second channel from those creators, and there you see the link actually dropped for the main channel for Rosie Ren. Kid Wonder and Rosie have had gold memberships and other memberships on this channel for as long as I can remember. Kid Wonder's been with me over 4 years, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. We'll look at his channel eventually. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Okay, we're just about back. Jesse Miller unboxing chat. And pardon me. Okay, we're just about back. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is up right now. They were live right before Superchat, as a matter of fact, as a bit of a surprise to me. They do live streams about once a month, sometimes every sometimes a live stream every other month is what I mean to say. My dear goodness, am I ever tripping over my words today? And the Gambler After Dark, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Prez the Investor, I just watched a replay. I had it running while I was working, so I was kind of listening in the background. But I've seen that creator on Lisa J. Stock's channel a couple of times. They're always helping us with our finances. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I cleared the wheel. I reloaded with all the members that I saw still active in the chat. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is one of those members. Now, this creator's got an interesting video that they just put out yesterday. So, a Temu Spring Fling collaboration, I believe. Am I mistaken? Let me put this in my catch-up list. I think they were talking about this. I think they said it was the collaboration, right? And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More does a ton of unboxings. And a lot of these come from subscription services, and most of us have seen these kind of things before. There are literally subscription services for everything under the sun, from phone accessories to seeds to makeup and stationery and snacks and pop figures and all kinds of stuff. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More will explore many different types of boxes, and then what she does is gives us a thorough unboxing in a video. She's often posting more than once a week, actually, sometimes even more frequently than that. And then when we get into shorts, she features a lot of the things that she finds within those subscription boxes. So we see jewelry here, we see snacks here, we see makeup and beauty products. And then live streams. Like I said, she was just live today. She's usually live every month or two. And those tend to come out, I think, as pop-ups, right? I could be mistaken. It's D Bankroll. Good to see you in the house. Now, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been with us for well over 3 years as well, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a creator whose support in the Superchat family has increased over time. She supports on all of my channels. She's given us an enormous amount of help on the music channel, along with Just Jason Keto. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are in there all the time. I know a lot of people are trying to help over there with watch hours and things like that. But she's also helped on my personal channel this year more than ever before, for which I'm grateful. So I tell these stories so that you understand what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. That's Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. So I hope everybody will connect with her. And then next up is going to be String. This is a fairly new creator in the Superchat family, and somebody who happened to have been one of our newest members. So let's see what they've got going on their channel, if I can hopefully get to it easily. Let me see if I can put some quotes around this. It's very helpful when we search, find, and click on each other's channels. And your search results might be different than mine. Very certainly they will be, because YouTube sometimes includes geographics as a part of that. They're always trying to think about what we might be looking for. So let me see if I can find them here in the chat. There they are. I'll get to their channel, and what I'll probably do for today, let's look at their subscriber count here. They got some interesting music going on there. So String is somebody who lets us know we have to do better raising our children. I absolutely agree. I think parenting is something that is extremely important. It's not always parents, right? It's other guardians and family members and family friends and things like that. But I think it's as important as ever, maybe even more so, when we think about the impression we're making on younger generations, if we want to look at it that way, not to mention each other, actually. And then, so when we look at String, this is the first time we've got them on the screen. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. As I do for all creators, that should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least three times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Michael's Adventures making me laugh. I'm not the biggest meatloaf fan either. If somebody wants to cook some meatloaf, yeah, I'm up for that all the time. But to listen to meatloaf, it's not one of my favorite things ever. I used to be a DJ, for those of you who haven't heard that story, for a very long time. But I was playing music that didn't require a lot of classic rock or anything like that. But meatloaf isn't among my favorites. But Michael's Adventures probably speaks for both of us, although I might not have been quite so harsh. And then, forgive me if I'm mistaken, if everybody's actually talking about the meal meatloaf. It's just when I heard the music, I was thinking for a second. Yeah, I think you guys are talking about food and I'm being silly, but that's okay. Ree's Blissful Connections is up on the screen right now. We'll talk about her content in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So pardon me just for 1 second, Ree's Blissful Connections. I meant to drop the link for String because they're fairly new. And I want to make sure everybody gets to their channel. I had a little bit of difficulty finding them for a second, but they'll continue to grow and rise up the search results the more we search, find, and click on each other's names. If you absolutely can't find them, the link is there. And then, yeah, forgive me, everybody. The mind sees what it wants, I guess. So I'm looking in the chat and I'm seeing the word meatloaf over and over and over again, and I'm getting a complete wrong impression, but that's okay. And then, yes, it is seeming to be a never-ending song. I've only ever had to play that if I was forced. But I like things that kind of are more consistent, let's just say. So when we look at Ree's Blissful Connections, this is a creator that's been with us just about every day for the longest period of time. They're actually one of the giveaway winners from our episode 700, and the packages are just about ready to go. I just gotta put the labels on them, and I'll get them ready tonight and send them to the post, or take them to the post office tomorrow, and I'll give everybody their tracking as soon as that's done. Ree's Blissful Connections comes to us as a professional educator and homeschooler, and they started their channel with some of the content that we would expect. A bit about organization, a bit about homeschooling, goal setting was there. Now they've gotten back into some more book reviews. I see therapeutic journaling, which could be actually wonderful. I only follow one daily blog from somebody named Seth Godin. I'll put the name in the chat. That is somebody that I enjoy reading their blogs. Not every single day. A lot of it is repetitive. I've been following them for years. But they'll say blogging is actually good for the soul, apparently. And if you're not somebody who writes very much but would like to, then writing a little bit every day certainly gives you the opportunity to improve over time. Because after you realize you're spending a bit of time, you'll realize that if you're going to make any kind of writing, then you might as well make good writing, right? Is basically the way that it's put. So Ree's Blissful Connections, I'll be interested in that video as well. They've got, like I said, some book reviews lately. over the Christmas holidays, they brought us some different content with self-care as a series, actually, for Vlogmas, which was interesting. And then when we get into shorts, we see pure variety from Ree's Blissful Connections. These have gotten into 1,000 views on a couple of them, and one at almost 5,000 views. This is a creator with over 1,300 subscribers now, and they're with us just about every single day. Incredibly supportive on all of my channels, and I say that just so that you know what kind of support you can expect back when you connect to a creator like this. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. We're going to look at Flaw One in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So just by typing the first name Seth into Google, right away comes up with this guy's blog, Seth Godin. He actually, I jumped off the couch basically. He made a guest appearance in the TV show Billions, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But this creator does all kinds of... Sometimes he talks technical details about some of the social media and marketing and advertising things that are out there, but most of what he talks about is inspiration. And you get an idea here. I just want to tell you about this because I follow it and have been for years. I don't follow a ton of that kind of thing because I find it can be distracting, right? If you need a little bit of motivation or you have a second to just read over something, that's fine. But I'm somebody who, for whatever reason, is easily distracted, let's just say. And Twitter is the best one I know of for sucking me right down a million rabbit holes. So as soon as I get on that thing, I got to remind myself, like, don't sit here for 20 minutes reading all Twitter stuff, because I get as many like dogs and puppies playing around together and nice heartwarming things like that. You know, those humanity restored kind of posts where people are helping each other or animals are being helped and stuff like that. But I get just as much nonsense, people falling off skateboards and smashing into everything and all the political drama you could imagine from both sides of the spectrum. So I have to be careful. But I do keep one daily blog, and then I have a couple of technical emails that come through once a week for things that I really enjoy. Otherwise, I just go to websites that I like. So forgive me, Flaw One, we're going to talk about your channel in a second. I can't help myself today, but I'll show you something else. Social Media Examiner is my #1 source when it comes to all things social media. Simple Google searches will pull up all kinds of other stuff, and all the big platforms like Buffer, Hootsuite, and things like that that plug in to things like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and other social networks, they all have blogs that will give you more insight, more tips and tricks. But Social Media Examiner is a website. Let me copy it into the chat too, except for all their ridiculous pop-ups on the website here. But this is where I go when I want to see what the world's best marketers are doing on the social media platforms. So they can help you with updates and things like that. But I just wanted to show that to everybody for a quick second. One of these days I'll do better videos about some of the tools that I use so that you can explore those as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I see Twinbrook Acres coming in. Alex Telesford, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Together We Travel is another longtime friend now. And then Nanny Tam. So I'll show you something. For instance, there are a lot of different ways to make a playlist, but you can just go to your own channel, right? So this is Flaw One. This is a friend of mine now for about 4.5 years, actually. Andy is the creator behind this channel. He does travel content. But if I want to make a playlist, right? So I can just go on any video, and you could do it on a phone or a computer, and I can go save to playlist. Right from the front page, I don't even have to be on the video. Then I can go create new playlist, and then if I want to make one that says travel vlogs, right, I can make that, and I can set it whether I want it to be private, only for me, unlisted, so I can share the link to it with other people if I want to, or have it included in blogs and other things, but not public on my page. Or you can set it to public so that anybody can follow it. And it really is that easy to start a playlist And then you can just click the dots on any video you want, even on your own page, and just go save to playlist, and then just click the button. And that is how you add videos to a playlist. When you want to look at the playlist, like for instance, my ketchup list that I keep adding videos to here, I'll click on it. And if I look at the playlist itself, you'll see all the different videos that are in there. There's Just Jason Keto and More and Butler Family Farm. I reran those live streams, and then here's a few more. One that I keep accidentally hitting, so I got to rerun it, and then a bunch from today or the other day. And it really is that easy to start a playlist, if that makes sense, and then have a look at it. And like I said, you can do that from a phone or on the computer. Eileen R., good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our video descriptions have all of the instructions for how we connect to each other here. And then, is there something on YouTube as having a professional channel or monetized differently as a regular channel? With my understanding, all channels are the same. Like, it's an equal playing field. Everybody has the same restrictions, the same opportunities. The only difference is once channels get to a really big level, we're talking well over 100,000 subscribers to like in the millions, they often have other people at YouTube who will help look after their channels, like liaisons or, you know, points of contact and things like that. And they may be able to bring other features that other creators don't have. But one of the things that you will also find is that there are levels to monetization. And forgive me, I'm unsure of all of them as of today. I haven't looked for a while. But like, for instance, if you want to be monetized with fan funding, you can get 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, or 3 million views in the past 90 days on shorts videos. That will get you into the first level. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you unlock ads and maybe a couple of other features as well. When you get to 10,000 subscribers, you can unlock YouTube Giving, which is a fundraising platform that allows donations to go directly to a registered nonprofit. And then beyond that, there might be other things that can be unlocked. Of course, you start getting your awards from YouTube after you get 100,000. And forgive me for not having a better answer, as I tend to speak really quickly in here and keep things pretty condensed. But those are just ideas. But as for having a professional channel or a regular channel, the way that maybe Facebook has a personal profile and a professional page is not the same thing here on YouTube. Not that I've seen or heard of. But thank you for asking. Blessed True Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And, oh, you came in from KNRP Kim Poulton. Marguerite Mitchell, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yes, thank you for everybody who comes over when people share each other's, including this one, but live streams and videos on the community tab and other social networks. You can bring in new traffic. Oh, Alex Telesford. So it takes a long time, especially when I'm talking too much today, but it takes a long time before I start adding names to the wheel from our chat list, but I will at some point. We add names from our chat list in every single stream. I will try to start stepping it up, and then we'll get to that a little bit sooner than we otherwise would have. We've still got an hour and a half to go, so plenty of time. And Smallholder Homestead, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. KNRP Kim Poulton, thank you so much for sharing, because I always appreciate the word of mouth. People sending other friends in. And then Mitchy Boo, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Everybody's here to help everybody, but also everybody wants to be helped, right? So here in Tuber Chat, we tend to think with generosity at the forefronts of our minds. The idea is we give to others much more than we expect to receive for ourselves, but we do it first. The greatest success in Tuber Chat comes from making the first move, connecting with other creators, doing all the things we wish they would do for us, and doing that for them first, and letting them know that we've connected to their channel, and then they'll do the same thing for us afterwards. But I promise you, if you do that long enough, which is really not long at all, you will find that the support that you get from other creators is so overwhelming, you wouldn't be able to return all the support that you get and it's a wonderful problem to have. But everybody here is aware of that. Everybody here who spends any amount of time is thinking about the same ideas and wanting to support other creators, if that makes sense. Sister Winnie, good to see you here. Flaw One, like I said, is Andy. He's been a friend of over 4 years, since before Superchat was even a thought. He is one of the very first creators that I had met in the small YouTuber community, even though I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years earlier. But I was overwhelmed by the generosity of these creators willing to support each other and introduce everybody to each other. And Flaw One, now after 700 episodes of Superchat, is still coming in as often as he can, sometimes every day, to support other creators. Now, Andy has done some shorts here that bring pure variety, but these have gotten into over 1,600 views, one of them, which is great. So hopefully that will continue. We'll look forward to more travel content from Andy soon as well. Pardon me just for a second here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Another of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years now on YouTube is the Stock Explorer. This is Nora. This is somebody who cares very much about their community and those of us in the Superchat family. They go over and above when it comes to supporting other creators, and they have really expanded the content on their channel over a long period of time. They're here as a member and a moderator. Thank you, Charlene Heel. I've got you on the wheel. She's got a membership on our other channel, I believe. The Stock Explorer is typically going to talk to us about stocks, occasionally crypto and other ideas. They bring a bit of variety on the channel, and they often have product in hand, especially when they're talking about stocks, as a matter of fact. Pardon me, shorts on the channel bring pure variety like most creators do, but they've got one here, a few that have gotten into 2,000, 3,000, almost 4,000 views. One of them almost at 10,000 views, which is great to see. They're literally going to have it any day now. The Stock Explorers monetize lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Well over 2,000 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 2,100 they're thinking about. And we look at the Stock Explorer. They've got live streams here of different types. So sometimes they're talking stocks and crypto. Sometimes they've got charts and graphs for us to see. Sometimes it's friendly conversation. I've actually joined them one-on-one on their channel for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube, for which I was grateful, of course. As well, they do a lot of lottery ticket scratching. Occasionally they'll bring in Happy Mail on their channel. They collaborate with a lot of creators, and I often describe their vibrant live streams with a lot of engagement as comparable to those of Scratch and PPA, Garden State Gardener, VS Speaks Royally, and a few others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. They do a lot of Scratch battles with other creators, and Nora will hop in other channels, StreamYard panels as well. We were actually together. I think they had arranged for us to be together on Garden State Gardener at one point in the past as well. The Stock Explorer's got a second channel. This is called Tropical Buzz, and this is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're growing themselves. They happen to be in Florida, so we'll expect to see some more content on this channel shortly, and they've got 252 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. Nora, the Stock Explorer, is a dear friend, first of all, but also a member and a moderator here, and every moderator on this channel is dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channels, the same way we do here in Superchat. Cruising on the High Season Travel is here. Yes, that's true. Jesse Miller unboxings and more. Happy Mail, Friend Mail. A few people have called it a few different things. And thank you, Glorious Platter. And then Cruising on the High Season Travel is up here. I see familiar faces in their StreamYard panels. And let's have a look at their About page. They give us a little bit of information about what to expect on the channel, including a Thursday live stream. I'm just going to grab their latest video. Do you go to the arcade or not on it while on a cruise? That's an interesting question. I'll be curious to see what the answers are there, because cruise ships, almost all of them, as far as I understand, the larger cruise ships all have casinos on them, but an arcade is a different story, and I absolutely would find myself there. Certainly, you could bet on that I'd want to at least see it, if not spend time there. Now, cruising on the high seas and travel is going to bring us different aspects of not only cruise ships, but other kinds of travel as well. You can get an idea of some of the things that they've done through the thumbnails that I'm going over here. Shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 1,800, even 2,400 views and beyond. And then live streams, like I said, they seem to be on every Thursday-ish, so it looks like they've got that going this week as well, 8 p.m. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cruising on the High Seas Travel. And they bring us more cruise news and cruise vlogs. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Lori's Tech Time, forgive me. I had cleared the wheel earlier. I didn't put you back on. I'll do that right now. Just Jason Keto and More's coming up. I had a chance to meet up with this creator for the second time last night. And I still have an Instagram post to make. I am a true specialist when it comes to procrastination. I find I am the best of the best. And let me see if I can find a good version of a picture here. Sort of. We had somebody take a picture for us that was not with us, and they had to take a few of these, but you get an idea there. You see Just Jason Keto and More. You see Brampton Gardner, Rambling with the Brooms. Just Jason Keto and More. And a friend of Rambling with the Brooms, another city councilor from the Ottawa area. So that was a good time. But Just Jason Keto and More actually met up with a few months ago as well. There's somebody who's been over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated as a supporter here in the Tuber Chat channel for as long as I can remember now. Just Jason Keto and More wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, and I have literally heard this creator say a million times, both in the replay I just watched from Wednesday and in person and in other videos, the idea that if they could literally help just even one person, it would make the work that they do on their channel all worth it. And you'll see that they have built up quite a vibrant community of people who also want to help others with motivation and inspiration when it comes to the idea of healthy eating, healthy living. You'll notice the updated banner here, and Just Jason Keto and More's got a few more pieces of branding. He had a new shirt on last night when we were out that's got that logo with the Chaffle characters there, which was interesting to see. He's been known as part of his collection of recipes for having these chaffles and a lot of different recipes for these. He did one on Wednesday night too in that live stream while he was doing another dish, which I thought was incredible because it looked like pizza, but I'll show that to you when we get to the live stream page. Now, this creator also does a lot of product reviews on his channel in between the recipes, and he will help us make sense of some of the ingredients we're going to find in products that are marketed towards keto. We can understand what we're actually consuming, how it's going to affect us, and especially when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. This creator as well has got a lot of guests that come onto the channel, either in videos or live streams, where they share their life experiences, their tips and tricks and trials and tribulations and other things. And then once in a while, he'll bring us some variety on the channel, like an unboxing or a outdoor piece of content, or he'll be heading to a place like Ketopalooza to bring more informative content. He's expecting to be back again this year. This creator's done well with shorts, getting into 4,000, 5,000, and well beyond 6,000 views. One of them, which I've seen, over 22,000. And then live streams, like I was saying. He's usually on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. This week he was on Wednesday, but I watched that after, and you can see here from the rollover, he's got this multicam setup, which is cool because he did two things that I saw in this video where he was cooking a dish. That ground beef that you see there ends up looking looking like pizza after he put some eggs in there, some pepperoni on the top, and a few other things, and made some chaffles while he was at it. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we catch Just Jason Keto and more for a live stream, we will often find him with guests that are sharing their experiences, and either way, whether he's got somebody with him or whether Just Jason Keto and more is talking to us himself with the camera and mic, he's got a vibrant community that will help with more motivation and inspiration when we think about our questions and comments during the live chats, if that makes sense. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to go on another break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back, and it looks like we're going to be looking at Lori's Tech Time. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. All right, we're back and looking at Lori's Tech Time. This is a friend of what I believe is over 3.5 years now, and she has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She does a lot of fun content on her channel, as well as she's active on the other social networks. And she shows us how to use some of the tools that she uses to make some of her content, particularly shorts. And then as well, this creator started with tech and gadget reviews. Some of those come from a service called Gadget Discovery Club, another subscription service. Some of them are independent, but she's gotten into a lot of video gameplay as well. So much so that she's actually got a new channel. I didn't realize I must have skipped over this a million times. She's done a introduction for that channel. This video game, Battle Cats, as a matter of fact, is something she's played along with a lot of other popular titles. And she plays with her viewers as well. Among Us, Fall Guys, of course, popular titles here, but Battle Cat she's found great success with. Shorts on her channel have gotten into 12,000, 13,000, 19,000 views. I think these newer ones have done really well. The Eclipse one and this haircut one is interesting. And she shows us how to use different types of apps, like Video Leap, I think is her most prominent. And I see, like I said, her content on other platforms like Instagram. Now, she's got another channel that we've known of for a long time. She recently renamed this to Lori's Mini Brands. She's got a few videos on here and done extremely well with shorts, getting into thousands of views here, 6,000, 7,000, well beyond 8,000. And when we look at her third channel, we see Lori's Battle Cats. One of the things you'll notice is that she's featuring her other channels at the bottom of her front page. And I love that idea. There's lots of ways to use the different tools that YouTube gives us to dress up our front page. I never want to recommend, well, I shouldn't say never, but I most often don't want to recommend anybody start more than one channel. But if you already have more than one, my suggestion is to feature it on your front page if you can, so that other people can find it easily. Lori's Battle Cats is the third channel from this creator, because like I said, she's found so much success with that video game, which I believe I was introduced to by her on her channel. But this is wonderful, and she's given us a lot of playthrough here. So 175 subscribers on this third channel. We'd love to support Lori's Tech Time on all of her channels. And this is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And she has been, like I said, for what I believe is beyond 3 years now. I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Life as Jaleesa, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think my sister, actually, who's only a few years younger than me, asked for a couple of those, what we saw in Lori's Mini Brands there. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I think it was these interesting mini fashion things. Pardon me. I think I think I might have got a couple for myself. I hope I did. I think so. What we do is we send each other an Amazon list. Not that it's to be bought off Amazon necessarily, but like for ideas, right? So somebody might say, oh, I need some of this, or I want some of that. We're lucky enough to be able to do that, but we send over lists for each other, and then we can pick things off the list. Some of you who use Amazon in that way know that you can set up a shopping list or a wish list on Amazon, and then it works similar to a wedding registry, where when somebody buys something from the list, it disappears so other people aren't buying the same thing. So it's kind of cool. And then Design with Emma's just dropping a super chat here. Thank you for that. She's done that kind of thing before. I'm going to put her channel onto the screen next because of that. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away. Thank you, Just Chasing Keto and More, by the way, for another gifted membership. He's done that countless times before, and we already looked at his channel for today, but I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know Michael's Adventures will be happy to have that. Design with Emma will be put up on the screen next, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We got a few channels to look at from Kid Wonder and Rosie here. Kid Wonder's been with me for about 4.5 years now, and they, over the last year, have renamed and rebranded a few of their channels. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream. I've actually been on this channel with him. We collaborated once on this pool game that you see, 8-Ball Pool. It's a game I was playing on my phone for the longest time. And I've let a few people know here in Tuber Chat, the next project for me is going to be working on games. I'm happy to see you with a bubble shooter here, because that's going to likely be one in the collection. I've put games on the App Store before, as I am somewhere between an amateur and amateur and intermediate computer programmer. But the games that I put up in the past were just for practice. They're really quite awful. And when it comes to the next round, which I am working on sort of in the background, a bubble shooter will be part of it, along with like a Candy Crush ripoff and a Jelly Splash ripoff and things like that. But Kid Wonder and I played this pool game for a good hour on the channel once a long time ago. You can search that out if you'd like, but he mixes up the gameplay here with Rosie. And I see you've got another couple of videos here, or live streams. I'm going to take this latest video, I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up on this channel. They got some shorts here too. Shorts on this channel have gotten into over 1,600 views, which is great to see. Live streams are occasional as well. Now, Kid Wonder... Kid Wonder has, like I said, been with me about 4.5 years. This creator was so unbelievably supportive to me and to us in the creation of Tuber Chat 4 years ago, that he was the first creator to be chosen out of the Tuber Chat family to be featured on episode number 2. If you could believe that, and his other channels have been featured after that. But this is Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. It's pure variety over here. Sometimes they're outdoors, sometimes indoors, sometimes giving us a chance to get to know them or bringing us to interesting places. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 1,400, 2,900 views and beyond. Live streams are occasional as well. And then we've got the mukbang show with Kid Wonder. And this is another channel set up by Kid Wonder. We'll see if he's going to continue with these. Some mukbang, I never pronounce the word right, but you know what I mean. Videos over here. And then Rosie Ren, the Queen of YT Forever, is the name of the channel. And she's got a few channels, actually. Got quite a few channels, my dear goodness. Let me see if I can find this for a quick second here. Rosie Ren, the Queen of YT. Oh, Forever, that's why. It's the number 4. There it is right there. So she's got a few, but this creator also is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Regional Sky Girl, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And these creators have quite a handful of channels, actually. Fallen Arkansas Veterans, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Rosie Ren, I'm just going to grab another video and put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. And, of course, monetize lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. Rosie Ren is a gold member now with Kid Wonder. They usually hold a couple of memberships on this channel, which is absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Overly generous in that respect. But she also happens to be a gold member, so we see her channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and her link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we've seen. Next up is Design with Emma. They dropped a super chat earlier, so we'll look at their channel right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Design with Emma is somebody who's been with us for quite some time now. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We see that they're working on 2,300 subscribers. And this creator is going to talk to us about interior design ideas, often when we have budget in mind. But this creator as well will take us shopping to show us how to find some of the things we can use for the decor in our homes and other places. I'm going to take the latest video they've got, put it in my catch-up list so I can catch up a little bit, and playlists can be a great tool for that. Shorts on this channel bring pure variety like most creators do, but they've had great success getting into 17,000, 22,000, 33,000 and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've been live just about once a week. We'll see if they're going to keep those up, and hopefully everybody will connect with Design with Emma. Like I said, they've been with us for as long as I can remember now. It's many months. I'm not sure if it's a year yet. And then Backyard Trucker is coming up next. I spun the wheel already. So thank you one more time, Design with Emma, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Next up, we're looking at Backyard Trucker. This is another creator who's been with us frequently, just about every day lately. They let us know, just a simple guy putting anything and everything online for us to view. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that as well. We see the variety in videos on the channel when we start to roll through the thumbnails here, of course, and then when we get into shorts, we see that this creator's done some live or some drive footage where we get dash cam videos, and these shorts have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views, which is great to see. And then a live stream. They brought their first ever live stream, but they've been collaborating with Marketplace Boutique actually on her channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Backyard Trucker, and this is somebody who, like I said, is here with us just about every single day, for which I'm grateful. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for hours every time we stream. I do appreciate every moment though, of course. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Life as Jaleesa, I hope I said hello. I know you came in a while ago. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Nanny Tam is somebody we're getting to know, and this is a creator that lets us know that they're a nanny and a great nanny. They love their family, of course. They're raised with the simple life, but they're bringing us some more information here where they're in rural Tennessee, and we can see that they've brought us both indoors and outdoors for some content. I've thought about that thing, pardon me, the thing that you're holding in your hand there. I'm not sure whether that, what you call that exactly. I've thought about it as a weight. I don't know if that's the way that's supposed to be used or not. I'll have to see. I'm going to rerun this video or rewatch it. I probably ran it. But I've thought about that kind of thing. You know, when you're cooking bacon and the bacon just like kind of wants to go everywhere. I've started cooking bacon in the oven a little bit more. And I don't make a ton of it, but we like to have it, I don't know, a couple times a month or whatever. But do I ever get frustrated when it starts to move all over the place? And I think a weight would just help it. And that's what I think those things are. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Or if it can at least be used that way, unless I'm mistaken. And then Nanny Tam as well has got some shorts here, getting into 500 views and beyond, which is great to see. So hopefully you'll continue posting more and more of these. And live streams might be an idea for the future, but I also see that this creator is collaborating with others. We've seen a thumbnail like that at least 3 times today. So I'm always happy to see creators getting involved in different collaborations. Thank you, Twin Brick Acres. And Globey's Travels, we did not look at today, am I right? I think we did not see that channel yet today. Globies Travels also was another recipient of our number 700 giveaway. And I got those packages. You can see them behind me right there, ready to go. I'm going to label them tonight and take them to the post office in the morning. Of course, I'm in Canada, but I'll send the tracking for everybody. It usually takes less than a week for everything to get everywhere. Oh, smash burgers and bacon or steaks. I see. Okay, Nanny Tam. Yeah, I got a lot to learn. I am not talented in the kitchen. I can cook to save my life. You know, anybody can throw chicken meat or a chicken fish or steak into a oven or beef or whatever you want to call it. You know, I can make a few things like lasagna and shepherd's pie and stuff like that. It's not rocket science, obviously, but I don't do anything that's spectacular, right? Some of you know Kristen Welton, my girlfriend. We live together in Niagara Falls. She's one of those people who can make everything taste like it comes out of a restaurant. Whereas, you know, like a Blue Seal chef or something like that. But for somebody like me, everything's pretty plain and this and that, but I have a lot to learn when it comes to the kitchen, that's for sure. And I'm always fascinated to see cooking videos. I like cooking videos and cooking channels here on YouTube because it's so much different than the television shows, right? Where they have unlimited pantries and they've got, you know, equipment, $50,000 ranges and everything else, right? So I like to see what people are actually making in their homes, let's just say. Lake Erie Scratcher, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to have you here also. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Chris's Clever Craft is a long time friend. I think he's been here for well over 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. And then thank you, Jevin Richardson. And follow Bradley's Fun says they can put hot water in oatmeal. Yes, I can do that too. Yes, so we are more talented than I thought, I think. Chris's Clever Craft is somebody who brings fun into everything that he does. This is a creator that will shout out other creators, brings a lot of stories to be told, and gives us a really thorough look inside and outside. He's got a very interesting property as well. This creator brings us typical ideas like unboxing videos or do-it-yourself type videos, but he also brings us non-traditional ideas like barter, where he's literally working in trade for a car. For instance, if you have different talents, you can certainly trade those with other people. And he's got some shorts on the channel that have moved into 1,600, 3,200 views, 16,000 views. This one seems to still be moving, I think, if that's right. And then live streams are something he's experimented with in the past. But it's interesting because here in YouTube, some of you know that my full-time job, half of it is working on social media and running other channels for other people, let's just say. But there's a hint in that, in the idea of income, if we're looking for that. Or there's a lot of people here who don't enjoy every single aspect of YouTube. So if you're somebody who does not enjoy making banners, thumbnails, and other things like that, there's people you can trade with. If you don't enjoy editing videos, you can find people to trade with. And there's lots of platforms out there now like Upwork and Fiverr where people can put up online profiles, then offer their services. If you're somebody who likes to do graphic design or video editing and things like that, that could bring another stream of income. But bartering and trading favors is another thing that can be done, and we see a bit of that going on here in the Tuber Chat family as well. So Chris's Clever Craft, hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. Kaiser Gaming YT is his gaming channel, and when we look at this channel, he's typically playing Pixel Gun 3D as well as Fortnite, and posting frequently, usually more than once a day. I'm just going to grab another Fortnite video. Still, I have not played this game. You know, I can't remember how long. I hope I haven't had this Xbox for a year. That's in my office on the floor in a bag now. I'm hoping to set it up and actually do some online multiplayer, particularly with Grand Theft Auto. It's all I ever play. But it comes with content for Fortnite. Is it Fortnite? Or, yeah, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and Rocket League. So I intend on playing a bit of that as well. Now, Kaiser Gaming YT, I've got one of your latest videos here. I've put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to give you a few more watch minutes. This channel's now at 785 subscribers, and even though they're monetized, we still want to make sure we keep up the watch minutes, right? Or watch time, or watch hours, if we want to think of it that way. He's got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 5,700 views and beyond, one over 10,000 now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are something they've experimented with. We'll keep an eye on the channel, keep our notification bell on, and make sure we catch as much content as we can as they come out with more and more. We're spinning the wheel. We'll get the next channel up onto the screen. Rushing Wind Mountain is Ruby from the Pacific Northwest. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now, and like I said, from the Pacific Northwest, this is a creator who brings us a lot of nature and wildlife on their channel, and if you dig through some of their shorts, you'll find some humorous moments, but they bring pleasing views along with pleasant audio to accompany it. You can see some of the views that they've brought us. They experiment with both horizontal and vertical when it comes to videos and live streams, and then they've done a couple of these fireplaces, which I'm sure some of us will use, especially over the Christmas holidays when they come around again. Nice evergreen content. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that some of these have gotten into 6,000, 9,000, 15,000. You get an idea of the different things that they're bringing us here. And then live streams, like I said, they've experimented with both types, and we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to keep those up. We always keep notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So we'll spin the wheel one more time, and we will look at Phase Yoda, King, Naruto, Luffy, Goku as soon as we get back in another 3.5 minutes. Alright, we're back and we're going to look at Fota King, Nuta, Luffy, Goku, a longtime friend. Marketplace Boutique, I've got you on the wheel. The Gaming Midnight Sun is also here. Thank you, Nanny Tam. Another brand new channel, John123. I checked that out before the live stream started, and I wonder if that's a creator that we already know, or if it's a brand new creator coming into Tuber Chat for the first time. It looked to me like you have a short on the channel of Niagara Falls. I'm just curious because I happen to live in Niagara Falls. So, Fota King, Nuta, Luffy, Goku is up on the screen right now. And this is somebody who brings us a lot of video gameplay and animations on the channel. The videos tend to be quite short. I'm going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list right now. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Official shorts on the channel have done well, getting into 10,000, 11,000, 13,000, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, they're live right now. They happen to do a lot of PS5 gameplay, but they mix up a few titles on their channel, and they're live just about every day, I believe, as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fota King, Nuta, Luffy, Goku. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Fever Dream Animation, thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll catch you again soon. Fallen Arkansas Veteran has been a longtime friend also. And, you know, I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for hours every time we stream, so I do appreciate every moment. But people are coming in and out all the time as well. MNT Living and Cooking, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Marketplace Boutique is coming up on the screen right now. I added a couple of names during our break there. Big Family Expedition and Matthew's Bushcraft have both been added to the wheel. I'm going to put MNT Living and Cooking and Silver Assassin Metal Detecting onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then I will try to speed things up a little bit. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like, and we'll roll over into our copyright-free music channel. We got a virtual 24-hour stream going on that channel where everybody can connect with each other, and it's all copyright-free music. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. We'll look at that in another hour or so. And then Alex Telesford. Now, usually I don't put names on the wheel when anybody asks, but I know you've been here a long, long time today, so I am going to put your name on the wheel. Usually it's based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation in the chat. So the key to that is to have true conversation with other creators, obviously with the intent of supporting others over the long term. But we've got that channel on the wheel now, and then I'll take it one by one as time goes on and see what we can do. Now, Marketplace Boutique is somebody we mentioned already. She's been doing a few collaborations with Backyard Trucker on some of these live streams lately. Let me just rerun this one. I must have gone back either to comment on it, or I had a glitch with my catch-up list when I was running it. I'm changing accounts all the time. And often this happens. I end up with these red lines that don't go all the way across, so I'll just rerun it. And then shorts on the channel for Marketplace Boutique have done really well with pure variety over here, like most creators, 8,000, 12,000, even 19,000 views. And then this creator is very well known for bringing us help when it comes to the idea of e-commerce, particularly things like eBay. I'll show you something here. I do some eBay work as well. I only do a tiny sliver of work for myself, but part of my full-time gig is running an eBay store. So I always have lots of eBay supplies around. Those are the prizes from our 700th episode giveaway. I'm going to label those tonight and take them to the post office tomorrow. I'm in Canada, so things might be a little bit different than other areas, like especially our friends in the United States, Australia, or the UK, and things like that, for how we use mail. We don't have media mail in Canada, so we don't get that deep discount when you're sending, like, I think it's vinyl records and CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays and magazines and books and things like that. Pardon me. I use Shippo when I do my shipping, and that's Shippo like as in hippo, like hippopotamus, but it's called Shippo. And I know there's other things out there, but we're limited in Canada. We only get like, you know, a few, half or less of the different types of platforms that come out. But Marketplace Boutique is going to show us a lot more when it comes to not just the packing and shipping and listing of items on places like eBay, but this creator's been doing e-commerce since 1998. The magic comes in the idea of finding the right things to buy and then sell. And Marketplace Boutique might even take us shopping to show us where she finds some of those things. Once in a while, she'll bring in a little bit of extra variety into her channel, but mostly what she's helping with is the ideas behind buying and selling, hopefully at a profit, hopefully while giving people a good deal. One of her tricks is to buy collections of things and then break them up and sell them individually. And you'll learn about that when you get to her channel. But this is a creator who was working in law and wanted an opportunity to spend more time at home. So this is how she found e-commerce and brings those ideas to us. So hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us just about every single day. And then Alex Telesford, yes, that's great when you are out supporting other creators. John 123, and that's cool. You live in Niagara Falls also. Yes, I've been there for a while now, and Niagara Falls is a beautiful place to live and to visit. I often am lucky enough to get out and do some live streams out there as well. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen and see who's coming up next. Blessed to Crochet, good to see you in the house. And then, yeah, we here in Tuber Chat, you're going to find creators from every niche or category of all sorts. And the idea is that we can give each other a strong and solid foundation for our channels by building a community of true supporters who are there for most of what you come out with, whether it's video, shorts, or live streams. And we're literally talking not just days and weeks into the future, but months and years. You'll hear that in the stories that I tell about the creators I've gotten to know. Like Paralife TV, his name is Shane. He's your everyday wheelchair ninja who brings us a lot of fitness videos and do-it-yourself videos, as well as the perspective of somebody living life in a wheelchair. And when we look at Ron's Keto Cafe, we see somebody who's going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, a lot of recipes, and updates about Ron's personal story of losing over 100 pounds on a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He gives us his tips and tricks, and he posts frequently. He's posting almost every day, actually, between videos and live streams. I've got the latest video. I've put this into my catch-up list. He's talking about 1,400 subscribers now, which is great. Hopefully we can push him towards the 1,500 he'll be thinking about. Humble Girl Satch, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Sack or Satch? I'll assume it's Satch unless you correct me. But I always want to pronounce channels' names the right way. And then, yeah, Alex Telesford. Here in Tuber Chat, we don't have a lot of moderators. And the moderators who are here have been with me for 3 years or longer, every single one. And how many scams come up on my phone all the time? Are you interested in a part-time job? Yeah, no. I get these, it's more than once a day now, not to mention it's Sunday. I want to respond to them and I want to say, well, it sounds like you need help with your marketing. So if you want to hire me for that, yes, because I can see you desperately need somebody to teach you that people are not often looking for jobs on Sunday. It's after Monday. But that's, just me ranting. So you got to see a little mini rant there for a quick second. So, yes. Sash. Okay, I got it wrong both ways. Humble Girl Sash, but I will try to remember that. So thank you for being here. And again, we always want to welcome everybody that's brand new. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. We're still looking at Ron's Keto Cafe here. He's a longtime friend now who's helping us with healthy eating and healthy living. But when we look at his shorts, he's been starting to put out shorts, I think, every day now, because he really picked these up. He had one, this one here with the mug, for a while, and now he's been putting out all kinds. Every time we go to the shorts page on his channel, every other day when we're here, we see something new. So I'm just going to grab another Super Tuesday live stream replay as well, run that in the background. It's been a while since I've caught him live, but I've caught him a few times, and Ron's usually keeping up with the chat and giving us updates about what's going on with him as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with Ron's Keto Cafe, and like I said, we'll help push him towards the 1500 we know he's going to be thinking about. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Karin's Life is still here. That is another member and moderator, and somebody who actually makes a lot of merchandise, including the mugs that I hold in my hand every day that I just spilled all over the place. Now I got to get everybody to pardon me for a second. I made a real mess here, so it's going to take a moment. All right, pardon me for that. Let me swap brand new with anybody in the chat. Oh, pardon me for that. These the mugs are fine. There's nothing wrong with the mugs. It's my clumsy hands that have me spilling everything all over my mouse and all over the table and everything else. So pardon me for that. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us a few times. 577 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then when we look at the shorts on this channel, we're going to get into a little bit more bite-sized ideas of what they bring on their channel. On this channel, it appears the shorts are in line with their long-form content. And then live streams are something they've experimented with. We'll see if they're going to keep these up. And they give us some information about their channel, including being from Massachusetts. So not too far from Niagara Falls. I used to be in Massachusetts quite often. I think it only takes a few hours to get over there. I think it's 9 hours from here to Boston on the other side. Let's spin the wheel. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. I'll look forward to getting to know your channel better. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And it looks like I'm going to spend the night cleaning, giving a deep clean to this office now after spilling everything. Karin is laughing at me here. I've got those Lysol wipes and stuff like that, so I can at least clean after I spill everything all over the place. The carpets, it's too bad, but that's okay. Cruising on the High Seas in Travel asks a question. Have you been up in the CN Tower before? Yes, I have. I've never streamed from there. I haven't been up since I started YouTube. Probably be a good video to do. Would be expected, I imagine. But yeah, I always enjoy my time there. I've been lucky to have dinner there once. It's a rotating restaurant. We have one like that in Niagara Falls as well, called the Skyline Tower, where it takes about 90 minutes to go all the way around, but you get beautiful views of the city and the water and everything else. Toronto's a city on the water, of course. And then what they have in the CN Tower, if you can imagine, you know, it was for a long time the tallest freestanding structure in the world. But a few other things have taken that position now. But it's so high up, right? And what they do is they put this incredibly, I can only imagine how thick the glass is, into the floor. So that you're walking on the glass floor and you can see underneath, you know, all the way down to the ground. I went there with my family and I started like jumping on it just to scare everybody, and nobody liked that. Nobody appreciated that at all. And I probably won't do that again, although I thought I was thoroughly amused while I was doing it. But it's something else, because you figure, of course, the glass isn't going to break. You know, they'd put glass like as thick as a house in there, I'm sure. And if it did, we'd all be rich, right? So I don't know how to think about that. And hopefully I'll get up there at some point soon. But thank you for asking. Yeah, I was born, raised, and grew up in Toronto, but I moved to Niagara Falls about 8 years ago. Jennifer Homestead is up on the screen right now, 153 subscribers, and this is a creator who shares their journey from New Brunswick on their About page. I'm going to grab their latest video. Easiest way to keep brown sugar fresh for years. This is interesting as well. Let me put that into my catch-up list. That is a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We get quite a bit of outdoor content with a little bit of indoor content mixed. I don't know if you saw it, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, in the latest video that I did. I just mentioned those Sharpie markers for a quick second. And then shorts videos as well have now gotten into 5,000 and almost 7,000 views. And these bring a lot of variety as well, but it looks like in line with the rest of their homesteading content. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jennifer Ocean Homestead. You're originally from Windsor? I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that before now. Windsor's only 4 hours away from Toronto, and it's beside Detroit. So Detroit and Windsor share the border, much like Fort Erie and Buffalo do, or Niagara Falls and Niagara Falls. And Big Family Expedition is coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And pardon me just for one more second here. We're looking at a newer channel here, Big Family Expedition. Question or comment? Pardon me while I whine and complain about mixing up these buttons and everything else. I'm still fairly new at using this Stream Deck. I've been using it for about a month now, finally, after having it sitting in a box for 2 years. And I'm still, I have to get, I'm going to make a note for myself right now to make a macro, for those of you who know what that is on a computer, to stop that from happening every time I switch screens here, where those pre-recorded segments start to play. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody if you haven't already seen that. Macro for the Stream Deck. I always keep a pen and paper beside me. And then local bus that goes from Windsor to Detroit. I didn't know that. It makes sense. I didn't know. Says cruising on the high seas and travel. And then Jevin Richardson, good to see you here. They were playing some baseball. And that's really cool, the Gaming Midnight Sun. They've been to Toronto as well. And then the Whirlpool, I'm assuming you're talking in Niagara Falls as well. And then thank you, Jevin Richardson. So Big Family Expedition, forgive me, there's a channel I'm still getting to know, and when we look at their channel, I see, first of all, I got a video that I got to rerun about the eclipse here. Oh, my watch later list. So I ran that video, but I'm going to have to rerun it, but it's okay, it's still on the list for me. But I am going to take another video, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's another playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. I'm sure everybody here understands I run a lot more videos than I watch, but I watch as many as I can. And what I typically do is when I put a bunch of videos into a playlist, like what I'm talking about, I will order those videos by the shortest to the longest. That way, when I have a half an hour or an hour to sit and watch videos, I can watch the maximum number, right? That's easy to get through, like 20 videos in an hour when you're watching a bunch that are 2 and 3 minutes long, and saving the 45-minute, an hour and a half ones for the end of the list, and you can let those run. Yeah, the jet boats are really cool. I didn't get a video when I did that. I took a picture only, or they give you a picture that costs like a fortune when you do it. I took a friend for a wedding. We did a guy's day out, if you want to call it that, or whatever, for a friend of mine that got married a long time ago, and we took off on those jet boats. Those are really cool. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Macro, forgive me, cruising on the high seas and travel. When you are on a computer, right, like I'm on a Mac right now, but Windows does the same thing. Sometimes you use programs and you do the same types of things over and over. So a perfect example would be like, I'm using Streamlabs in the background here to keep statistics about how active everybody is in the chat and how engaged they are. If I wanted to copy that information into a playlist, or pardon me, copy that information into a spreadsheet on like Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel, I could make a macro that has the mouse automatically go over, select everything, copy it, move over to the other window, paste it, go back to the original page, flip to the next, copy, paste, that kind of thing. It works better with one program at a time, but this Stream Deck that I'm talking about here that you see, I have the Stream Deck Mini, but it allows for that kind of thing. A sequence of events is basically what a macro is. So you can set your computer to do work without you having to do it yourself, if you want to put it that way. There's programs for that. You guys see sometimes this, I put a program away called Y-Key Engine. This Y-Key program is something that I use in my browser bar, and what it does is it programs macros very easily for you, and I use it for my spreadsheets. So that's an example. So pardon me, I know I'm not doing a good job of explaining, but hopefully you get an idea, or can do a Google search and you'll get an idea of a better description of what a macro really is. And then, yeah, I'm using Streamlabs Desktop. So Streamlabs broke away from OBS a while ago. It used to be called Streamlabs OBS. It's very much the same. It was built on OBS, but it's Streamlabs Desktop now, so it's got a few limits to it. So OBS can do more, but Streamlabs Desktop integrates with Streamlabs in the background and have some built-in features that make things easier. One of the things that I really like about Streamlabs Desktop is the ability to schedule live streams. And then you don't have to worry about copying stream keys and making mistakes. It handles it all automatically, if that makes sense. And then Regional Sky Girl is the channel. It helps us all when we search, find, and click on each other's names. So like, for instance, Big Family Expedition has set their handle perfectly to Big Family Expedition. Not everybody can. It depends on if you have a popular name and it's taken, but they were able to do that. So if we search Big Family Expedition, they should come up #1 for everybody already with 566 subscribers, right? I'm just looking at their shorts page right now. We see that some of these have done well, getting into 2,500 views, one over 10,000, which is great to see. And then live streams, they've done one of these just a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch them again for another one of these, and we'd love to push them towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. This is the second time that we're looking at Matthew's Bushcraft. This is a brand new channel in the Superchat family. We've had them on the screen only once before. I've still got this video in my watch later list, but I'm switching accounts all the time. I'm sure that's why my red line is not there. I'll just rerun this. And then let me look at your most recent videos. I'm going to take another video here, items for your kit to be prepared. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, watching videos. I get to know the content, that if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. They got some shorts here that have done well also, 1,000, 1,600, 2,800, which is great to see, and literally 99 subscribers right now. So if anybody hasn't already connected to Matthew's Bushcraft, I hope that you will. We'd love to get them up and over that 100 milestone and a few extra subscribers to keep it locked in so that YouTube doesn't play games with their numbers and have them drop below that milestone again. We know YouTube loves doing that to all of us. We'll spin the wheel. Karin's Life is going to be up next. We'll take one other break for 3.5 minutes, come back and look at her channel. Alright, we're back. We're looking at Karin's life. This is a channel that literally does encompass everything that is Karin's life. I dropped a link there for our copyright-free music channel. All the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available on that channel as copyright or royalty-free music. Everybody can use that in their videos and live streams, and it's like a virtual nightclub over there. We got a virtual 24-hour live stream going. There's a video game everybody can participate in the chat, and people trickle in and out of there, so you can always find more people to connect with the same way we do here in Superchat. And we have link drops over there. I know everybody likes that. So Karin's life is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us well over 3.5 years. She's here as a member and a moderator. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's got over 1,000 videos on her channel, and she comes to us from Nova Scotia. This creator will take us traveling as well as bringing us haul videos. She takes us shopping. She takes us indoors for some cooking, some cleaning, and a chance to get her, a chance for us to see her work on different things that, like I said, can be printed. So whether we're talking about mugs or hats or shirts or vinyl stickers or keychains or Christmas ornaments or all kinds of things, Karin's life can do all of that. And we see her merchandise all over the place, both here in Superchat in the mugs that I hold in my hand every day and try not to spill all over myself and everything else. And she has done quite a bit of other work for some of our friends in the Superchat family. She's working all the time. She gives us a chance to see some of the work, and then here's like a haul video, for instance. She's got shorts on her channel that have gotten into 18,000, 24,000, and 77,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that she's done frequently as well. Here she is working on orders. She's always given us a chance to see how a lot of the stuff is made, and it's great that we can use this creator as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and videos as well. Lighthouse and Anchor Designs is the name of the company. Most of us know that already. And then this creator's monetized, like I said, and working on 2,700 subscribers. Now she's got another channel called Maritime Dashcam. And this creator is bringing us a look around Nova Scotia on this channel with 62 subscribers so far and quite a few videos, and then gotten into some shorts as well. These have started to move already into 6,000 views and beyond, almost 7,000. Live streams are something she's experimented with, and we'll keep an eye on the channel and if she's going to continue those live streams. We'd love to push her towards that first 100. We know that the first 100 is as challenging as ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So again, this is Maritime Dashcam. Next is Alex Telesford. We'll see what they've got going on. And again, I dropped that link for the copyright-free music channel. Anybody can hop over there anytime. And when we look at Alex Telesford, this is somebody that I am just about to get to know. This is the first time we're having this channel on the screen, but I think they've been with us at least once before. 231 subscribers. We'd like to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're thinking about. I will grab one of your videos here. I think I'm going to grab this video that you've got and put that into my watch later list. I usually look for something over 3 minutes. So that one there is something I'll watch after the stream. I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, put your notification bell on like I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Next up is Charlene Heel, and this is somebody who brings wellness coaching on this channel. She's got a few, actually. We'll look at another one in a moment. She's working on 1,700 subscribers, and she has been a long time friend. Charlene Heel always wants to motivate and inspire others with positivity. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos, 5 ways to reduce high blood pressure. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with her or get caught up with her. And then we see that sometimes she has guests with her. It's often motivation from Charlene Heel herself. The guests usually show up more so in live streams, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 5,000 views and beyond, and live streams are frequent. She's usually on at least a couple of times a week, if not more. And I joined her for a live stream here, this one called Mistakes New YouTubers Make, and we talked about some of the mistakes that we've made in our YouTube journeys in the hopes of helping people avoid some of those. We were together with Serenity Studio Art and Angel Light Over Darkness 33, and then when we look at Charlene Heel, like I said, she's got a few more channels. We'll look at one of those right now, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, where she brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship to go along with the wellness coaching we know and love from Charlene Heel. And this creator posts frequently, some more motivation and inspiration here, and then shorts on this channel have gotten into 5,000 and even over 6,000 views, as well as live streams on the channel are frequent and usually at least once a week. Sometimes she simulcasts from the other channel, as a matter of fact. I'm going to get Plush Rush Inc. onto the wheel right now. And Marguerite Mitchell is in British Columbia, Canada, another Canadian in the house. And let me see what I could do about adding another channel onto the wheel. MNT Living and Cooking is coming up right now. We'll talk about their content in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Okay, I'm going to try to fire through some channels here. We don't always get to every channel, but I'll get to as many as I can in the next 20 minutes or so. I will leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do, so everybody can clean up their connections there. And then I'll drop the link again for that copyright-free music channel a few more times. Anybody can head over anytime you would like, but we will all go over there and raid together after Tuber Chat. And there it is. So when we look at MNT Living and Cooking, we see one of the first channels that we know of monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. They bring a lot of delicious looking content on their channel. They happen to be in Florida. There's some family togetherness and a bit of variety, including some RC car racing and some outdoor adventures, as well as the delicious things that they cook on their channel. Shorts have really taken off. Many of these over 5,000 views, and then one at 20,000, one at 50,000, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are something that they seem to do once a week or so. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these very soon. And again, like always, we put our notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Plush Rush Inc. is coming up. This will be the second time that we're looking at this channel. And it's somebody I've still got to get to know, but we'll have a look at what they've got going on right now. When we look at their channel, we see 1,900 subscribers already, and I see that they've got a brand new video from yesterday. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch or run. And when we look at shorts videos on the channel, we see that these have gotten into 900, even 1,600 views on one of these, which is great to see. And live streams on the channel are something that they do frequently, usually at least once a week. I've got notifications on already for a couple of those, and of course the notification bell is on for the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Plush Rush Inc. Give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. And Michael's Adventures, yes, is in the music channel all the time, for which I'm grateful. I know Jaden's over there, and a couple of our friends from here have already hopped over there, so thank you for that. And we are about to look at the Gaming Midnight Sun, and this was the Gaming Ham, but they recently renamed their channel. They're considering new content as well. Might take me a second to get to it because of the recent name change, but there they are. I'll put their handle in the chat, and anybody, in case anybody absolutely needs it. But we're doing a better service for each other when we search, find, and click on each other's channels. And when we look at the Gaming Midnight Sun, we see a creator that has brought us some video gameplay, but they also have given us some talking head videos and some 3D printing that we can see on the channel as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 300 views and beyond, so those will continue to grow as they post more and more. And then we see that this creator, it's been a while, but they've live streamed just about every day for the last week or so, yeah, which is great. So it's great to see that they're back in action, and we expect more from this creator. 266 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'm really racing through channels now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Getting another couple of names onto the wheel. We're going to look at Blessed to Crochet in a quick second here. Jevin Richardson is going to come up on the wheel, and Silent Silver's been added. And Blessed to Crochet, 410 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500. They must be thinking about it. It's an exciting milestone for everybody's YouTube journey now. And I'm just going to take your latest video here, an eclipse party in Ohio. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, or pardon me, watch later list. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Trucker John, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Regional Sky Girl is coming up. This is a jet setter, somebody who works on different types of aircraft and takes us all over the country, or at least the United States, and does a lot of people watching as well. I caught her for a live stream where she was doing a bit of that. Feels like a few weeks ago already. So she's got a few videos here bringing a bit of variety, some looks through some airports. I caught her for this. I guess that was that, I thought it was a live stream, is it? Or was it a premiere? I see that I've got another video here. I must have swapped accounts while I was running or watching that, so I'll put it back in my catch-up list and rerun that. But Regional Sky Girl will say no need to fly internationally unless they're on vacation. They're flying all the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Regional Sky Girl. They've been another loyal and dedicated supporter. They've got 225 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. Obviously, a dynamic creator as well. Yeah, Silent Silver, I've got you on the wheel, but we never know how long it's going to take to come up. It's always random, of course, right? I mix them up sometimes too. I mix up the names and they don't go in any particular order or anything like that. Globee's Travels is coming up, another recipient from our number 700 giveaway. Yeah, we passed 700 episodes the other day, and I've got a couple of clips from some unreleased footage over there that everybody can enjoy. I've got a new interview podcast series coming to Tuber Chat where I've already recorded 3 episodes and spoken to some creators who have been with us for at least a couple of years. Actually, all 3 of them have been with us for about 3 years. And they have passed their 10,000 subscribers. As a matter of fact, they're all around the 20,000 mark. A couple of them have passed that. So I hope everybody will go back, and I don't expect anybody to watch entire replays of Tuber Chat. They're 3 hours long. But if you look at about an hour of episode 700 and about 1 hour and 45 minutes, you'll find those couple of clips, and they're right away informative. And I hope everybody's going to be excited about the videos that now will finally be coming to the Tuber Chat channel. I promise you, they are even better than I hoped for, and extremely informative. They are what we have been waiting for, if I do say so myself. So, Globee's Travels is here from Memphis, Tennessee. They let us know that they are going to bring us a lot of travel content, whether it is close to their home in touristy destinations or far away when they happen to be traveling. So they give us quite a bit of diversity here when we look at this. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 3,000, almost 4,000, and even almost 7,000 views on a couple of these. There's more variety there, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Globee's Travels. We have to make sure we put the S on the end of that name, and it's all one word, Globee's Travels. But they've been with us just about every single day since finding us, and it's been months now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Silent Silver is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. And thank you. I know we've got a couple people already in the music stream over there. We'll go over and raid in a few more minutes. I'll try to get through a couple more channels. Tales Told in the Dark is here. That is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. I've got you on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Trucker John, I'm not sure if that's the same channel that was with us earlier as John123. No, it looks like it's not. It looks like it's another brand new channel for us. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Silent Silver is going to help us with precious metal stacking and prepping. The idea, of course, is to be prepared for just about any scenario we might not otherwise think about. And silver stacking gives us an opportunity to have financial protection when we think about some of the disasters that could possibly happen. It doesn't always have to be some of the things we think about. There's a lot of things we don't consider. So for instance, I'm in Canada, so forgive me if I'm wrong about this story, but my understanding is that after 9/11 in 2001, the banks were closed for a week and the ATMs all ran out of money within a couple of days. Now, if you were somebody who understands precious metals, you could get to a coin dealer, and the coin dealers have $100 bills in their safes just waiting for people to come in. Silent Silver is going to help us with that idea, as well as the difference between numismatic collectible coins and other prepping ideas. I've got their latest video. I've put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. It's just a playlist that I use. Playlists are great tools for that. They've got some shorts here at 6,000 and well over 8,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they do about once a month, so hopefully I'll catch you for another one of those. I've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'm a huge fan, by the way, of precious metals. I only hold a tiny amount, but you know, for safety, if nothing else, if we don't want to even look at it as an investment. Although finally I see that some of the precious metals have started to move. At least it looks that way in Canada. I think they're up somewhere between 5 and 10%, as a matter of fact, from the last few years where they've been sitting pretty still for a while. Tales Told in the Dark is working on 1,800 subscribers. This is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. They're bringing us interesting stories and tales here. ASMR, mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, and scary stories, as well as history. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. One of the things that everybody notices about Cassie from Oracles and Beyond and Tales Told in the Dark here is the pleasing, dare I say, soothing voice that she has. And a lot of people, I'm sure, would compliment and be able to listen to her for literally hours at a time. When we look at shorts videos on the channel, we see 4,000, 5,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams, where she's on up to a couple months ago. We'll see if she's going to keep those up. And she's been a longtime friend of over 3 years as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tales Told in the Dark. She is always warm and welcoming and has a community of supporters and followers that are the same way, so you'll feel welcome when you get there. Jevin Richardson is still on the wheel. Trucker John's been added. We'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next. And then, yeah, you'd be surprised how many people might have some precious metals around that they otherwise might not have known about, because some people collected them over literally decades, right? So if we're talking about relatives, grandparents, parents, and things like that. And let me get Trucker John up on the screen right now. I got to match their avatar here and make sure we get to the right Trucker John. It isn't a brand new channel. I looked at it in the background. There they are right there. 1,700 subscribers. So this is a creator that we've got to get to know. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest promotions for a live stream by the look of it. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on now as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Lucy Warren's World is in the house. Good to see you here. And Trucker John, let me just have a look at your shorts for a quick second here. Some of these have started to get into 5,000, even 6,500 views. And then live streams on the channel are fairly frequent, actually. You seem to be on just about every day. And I'll be looking forward to getting to know what you've got going on your channel. And Lucy Warren's World, there you are. Let me get that channel onto the wheel and we'll spin just for fun. Jevin Richardson is working on their bag for school. It's always nice to be organized, but we'll see who's coming up next. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We looked at that channel earlier, but I always appreciate that kind of generosity, and usually we look at super chatters right away on the screen, but like I said, we saw them earlier, so thank you one more time for that. Lucy Warren's World is up right now. And this is a creator that is growing rapidly. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. Somebody I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'll put that into my catch-up list. That gives me a chance to get to know channels. You know, by putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat, I get to know the channels themselves. Over weeks and months, by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams, I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. 15,000, 35,000, one at 158,000, which is interesting to see. So hopefully that continues as well. And they've got live streams they seem to be on occasionally, up to about a month ago, with some gameplay. So we'll be looking forward to more of that. I'll spin the wheel. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you have spent here in Tuber Chat for today. Forgive me if there's any channels that we did not get to. We try to get to as many as we can in a 3-hour period. We're expecting to be back on Tuesday. I usually expect now that I'm going to have to move around a lot of our weekday live streams, just because my full-time gig takes me outdoors when the weather's good. And Jevin Richardson is up on the screen right now. I've dropped a link a few times for that copyright-free music channel. Everybody can hop over there if you'd like to. Everybody can continue connecting the same way we do here. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. The stream runs almost 24 hours a day. There is a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat, and you're free to connect the way we do here. There's link drops over there as well. Jevin Richardson has got 761 subscribers. They do a lot of plane watching on their channel, and I don't know if there's a particular term for that, like train spotting. Wonder if it would be plane spotting. I don't know. And this creator is somebody who's here with us frequently as well. They've got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 16,000 and 42,000 views on one of these PlayStation ones, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jevin Richardson. They're here with us frequently, almost every time we stream, and we'd love to push them towards that 800 subscribers we know they're thinking about. Thanks, everyone, again, for being here. Thank you to our moderators. Tuber Chat would not be able to be what it is if it wasn't for their help, of course. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Hopefully, we'll be on Tuesday. I will only mix the streams around if I have to. We'll see everybody again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.